Awesome. So, can you really be perfect in your business? Now, that is a question that we really need to ask ourselves, right? Now, the reality is that we will never, ever be perfect, but there are five mistakes that we want to avoid in our business. And today I'm about to break that down for you. Now, if you do not know who I am, my name is Sanya. I am your social media marketing strategist, and I am here to just talk to you a little bit because it's Friday and I just want for us to chill. So if you are joining me on YouTube or on LinkedIn, welcome. This is the first time I'm using this software, but I'm super excited to get to know you and I want you to get to know me a little bit more. All right. So I am a mother of five beautiful kids. I'm a wife and I'm a mother, and I have been freelancing for over 11 years. Now, there were some things that I really should have avoided, but the good thing is I can share with you today so you don't have to make these same mistakes. So, go ahead and get your pen and papers because we're going to chill a little bit and we're going to talk, and you can make some notes. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to drop them down in the comments section below. And of course, I will go ahead and look at that at the end. And of course, maybe at some other time, we'll do another video. So, you probably have heard my accent. Yes, I am a Jamaican. You don't know, but I want you guys to feel free to ask me any questions because we are here to grow together, right? Now, these are just a few things that I made a mistake with in my business, and I'm here to share with you. The marker of a wise person is that the mistakes that they made is not what they're gonna learn from. I'm really butchering that statement, but essentially, what makes a wise person is the fact that they're able to learn from the mistakes of others. So use what I am teaching you so that you don't have to make the same mistakes. Of course, nothing at all in business will be perfect, but at least there are a few things you can avoid, and these are as follows. So let's jump into the first one. And the first one is not creating a brand. Listen, when I started my business, my freelancing business in 2011, right? I absolutely did not know what I was doing. And that's just the truth, right? And that hurt me a lot and it hurt me for years, right? Because I was thinking, okay, I'm providing a service to other people. A brand isn't really necessary right now, right? But I realize now, especially being in the marketing space, in the marketing industry, branding is very important for your business. And so I want you guys to pay keen attention if you're just starting your business or you are already in business and you don't have a brand. You want to go ahead and look at that because that could essentially be hurting you. And of course, you want to avoid not creating a brand because this is what's going to help you to stand out so that people can see you in a sea of other brands, why you are unique, why your services are so special. Your brand really helps you with that. So it's not just about the pretty logo and the pretty colors. You want to make sure that people can resonate with you, right? A brand, as I said, it's more than just pretty colors. The brand helps you to stand out and to be the company or the design or the product that you are or what you are offering, right? Your branding is a process of you creating a strong positive message so that people can say they're buying into that, right? So you want to be able to have the right positioning, you want to have the right awareness, you want to have the right performance, the right advantage, right? And this is what your branding helps you to do. Now, I want you guys to remember that your branding is an extension of your business. It's very important for you to have your branding because at the end of the day, people won't be able to connect with you, right? And I realize that a lot of the clients that I see, because they don't have a clear branding message, they have a hard time uh, uh, expounding on what it is or what type of service or product that they're offering to their clients. So it's very important to have your branding. You'll be able to come up with your branding message. You'll be able to stand out. You'll be able to be seen as a credible source, right? You'll be able to stand out as a thought leader. So it's important to have the right brand so that people can find you. And one of the things that I realized, and this is something that I'm working on, because I realized that I was more into making sure that my clients are having the best experience with me. I wanted to provide the greatest service to them, right? So much so that I neglected my business, right? And that crippled me for a long time. So you want to make sure that you have a brand so that people can resonate with that, they can connect with that, because that's what's going to help them, especially in their buyer's experience, right? Your buyer's experience. They should be able to know you a bit more. They'll be able to like you a little bit more and trust you, right? So your branding is what's going to help you with that. Now, the next one, which is number two, is to make sure that you have a marketing strategy. Now, all of these are going to tie in with each other. Having your branding helps you with creating your marketing strategy, and your marketing strategy is very important. I realize that, especially as freelancers or as marketers, we tend to not market our business, right? Because we're so focused on ensuring that our clients are having the best service, that we're giving them the results that they need, so much so that we begin to neglect how we show up online, how we're consistent in our own branding. And that is very important, right? So please make sure that you are spending time. If it is that you don't have the time or probably the resources, there are a number of things that you can do. I find that creating batch creating really helps me with being consistent. That's something you can do, or you can go ahead to outsource so that people or your assistant or whomever it is, your marketing assistant, can help you with that, right? So your branding is important. You want to make sure that you are advertising your brand, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to help you to stand out. It also builds your credibility, as I stated before, and you want people to find you, want to attract the right audience to you, right? And I realize that not having a brand, not having a marketing strategy really hurts you, because the time you're going to have to spend in putting in all of the content posts that you're going to put up on whichever platform it is that you are on, right? It would take away from whatever other task you have to do. And so it's important that you make time to create a strategy to have your branding up, so that if people are trying to find you, they would be able to do so. And another thing that branding actually does is it helps you to find the right clients, the right prospects, especially if you are new, or you have been in business already. Branding helps you to stand out a little bit more, right? Instead of you having to chase after your clients. So it's important to have your branding. It helps you with your messaging, it helps you with your tone, it helps you with a lot of things. So it is just something you want to make sure that you implement into your business, because guess what? We ain't got no time to allocate to everything else that we need to do as business owners. It's really hard to do all of the things that we're doing, but if we have these things in place, it makes our business a little bit more visible, right? And it also helps our customers to understand our message, to connect with us a little bit more so that we don't have to waste the resources that we have, right? So I want you to remember how important it is to have these things in place, all right? So, one, make sure your brand is ready, it's done. If it's a case that you need to go ahead and do some rebranding, that is important. It's not just about a fancy logo or a fancy website or fancy colors. Of course, those play into it, but there's a little bit more that goes into branding, right? So you need to make sure that you have that set up, and of course create a marketing strategy that's going to help you. And if you realize that you're having trouble with marketing your brand, especially for my service based businesses, my freelancers, my side hustlers, I want you guys to remember that it is important to market your business, because that's also a way of showing your social proof. Because at the end of the day, what persons are doing is that they're looking for you, right? They might not buy from you the first time, or they might not comment, or they might not like it right away, right? Because research shows that in order for someone to buy into you, they need to see you for around 7 to 12 times, right? So you want to make sure that you are out there, that your message is out there, your offer is out there, you are out there, they're able to connect with you. Because at the end of the day, they're not just buying into your business, they're buying into your brand, they're buying into you, they're buying into what you are offering. So it's important that you have that in place, all right? And then number 3, all of these ties in, right? Number 3 is having your systems in place, your strategies in place, your framework in place. How is it that my client is going to opt into probably my emailing list? Or how is it that my clients are going to find me? How will my employer set up the systems if I am not there? Can my business really run if I'm not there? So these are some things you need to think about. It should be in your marketing strategy, it should be in your marketing plan, in your business plan. All of that should be in your business. If you're just starting out, or if you have been in business already and you don't have that, these are probably some things you want to reevaluate, because it's important. Do not avoid these things, all right? Have it in place, because that's what's going to help you to really grow and eventually scale your business. So I hope you guys have been taking notes, because I want you guys to win. These are some things that I struggled with for a long time, right? And when I say a long time, and especially trying to transition, it really hurt me because I didn't know these things. And the Bible says if you lack knowledge, you really are going to suffer, right? Because you don't know what you don't know. And it's important to have the information you need in order to really succeed, right? So it's important to have your systems in place. What does your framework look like? Make sure you are re-evaluating. I know, as a business owner, or as a side hustler, or whatever it is, right? Whether you are a small business, a medium-sized business, or a large business, you need to be re-evaluating, because there's no way you can have a business and you're not testing to see how well it's performing. These are some things you have to put in place, and having your systems, your structures, and your frameworks, those are important, because that is what's going to help you to assess how well you are doing in your business. All right. So please make sure that you have these in place. Now, the next one that I'm going to go to, and this is to make sure. So I said branding, having your marketing strategies in place, your SOPs. And then number 4, this one is like a game changer for me, because when I started to network, I really started to see the results that I wanted, right? Had I known this from the get go, I would have been way, way far than I am today. But the good news is, I'm telling you, so this means that you can step up your game, go ahead and network, especially if you're in a particular industry. Go ahead and connect with like minded people, because guess what? Your net worth is in your network, right? You need me to say that again? Your network is in your network, right? Let me say it again. Your net worth is in your network. So if you are networking, you never know who you'll be able to connect with. Or it could be that you have a client or a lead, you might not be able to offer them the services that they need, but you're able to pass it off to somebody else who has a particular specialization, or they have more expertise than you. You can always give that to someone else, right? So network with other people. You never know who you are connecting with, because this can really help you to push your business to the next level, to get you probably the funding that you need, or to get you the clients, the high ticket clients that you are looking for. So don't underestimate networking. That is something that you need to be adding into your business efforts, your marketing efforts, as you go and grow your business. All right. That's something that I realized in my business, and it has helped me because I've connected with people all over the world. The fact that I'm in Jamaica, I've connected with people in Canada, in the US, in the UK, in South Africa, in Australia. I have been global, and you want to connect with people who are of the same like mind, so that they can help you. Because guess what? That they might have some knowledge or some expertise that you might not have, and they'll be able to share that with you, right? Or it could be a case that you are about to collab, right? So these are things you definitely want to add in your business so that you can grow. Don't underestimate it, because this can give you some real results, right? Think about it as a symbiotic relationship. Now, we all know in the animal kingdom that they have these type of relationship. You might be looking at two odd animals. How would these two animals go together? But the fact that they have this relationship, they're really able to help each other. Now, for example, probably you have a rhino. I don't know if you watch Animal Planet. It's something that I love to watch, right? You'll have a rhino, and you have a little bird that is on that rhino, and it's picking on the rhino. But guess what? At the surface of it, you could probably say, why is this bird on the rhino? But if you look closer, you will see that this bird is actually picking off insects off of that rhino, right? And this is a great relationship, because guess what? That bird gets something out of it, and the rhino also gets something out of it, because those annoying insects and pests that they probably cannot even reach, those birds are there to reach it, right? So that's like a symbiotic relationship that's formed, and that's something that can really help you in your business. So don't underestimate networking, because it's important for you to grow, and in order to grow, you're going to need people. So that's something that you want to add to your strategy as well, right? And another thing that I realize is that product based, or mostly service based businesses, marketers, freelancers, they neglect to market their business, right? And as I said before, this is a way to show your social proof. Of course, we're not into vanity metrics, but at the end of the day, we would be able to say, this is what I did for myself. I can do it for you. You don't believe me? Let me show you what my client results look like, right? And so it's important to think about what your overall business structure is going to look like. How are you going to show up to your clients or your prospects or to your audience? Because at the end of the day, your buyers, they're getting very smart, right? and you want to make sure that you cut out that friction that they have to go through in order to get to your service or to get to your product, right? So it's important that you have these things in place for your business. Now, number 5, do not underestimate it. I know, and this is mainly for my freelancers or for my small businesses. Do not underestimate this. Do not avoid this. Get registered. Get the right insurance that you might need, because you never know what this might mean for you, because probably down the line you might need funding, you might need a grant, right? If you would have had these things in place, it would have helped you the time and the headache. And I don't know if for you in your country or in your state, or what does that look like, but in my country you have to be registered for a certain period in order to access loans or grants or business credit, right? So these are some things you want to have in place in your arsenal, just in the event that you probably want to launch a new product, or you want to get a new equipment, or you want to build or to scale your business some more. Do not underestimate getting registered, because this could be something that you could add. And the good thing with getting registered is that you can access a lot of these services, right? So it's important to go ahead and get that. Now, I want to add a bonus to it, because this is important. Getting a coach or a mentor is what's going to really help you when it comes to your business, because at the end of the day, there might be some things you don't know, right? Your community will help you, but at a certain point, right? If there is something that is in your business that you're not sure about, having a coach or a mentor could be the difference to you bridging that gap, right? So you need to be able to identify what areas you might lack, or what areas you might need some kind of assistance with, and having an accountability partner is really important. So going ahead and getting a coach or getting a mentor is very important. Now, you might be saying that I don't have the budget for it, but I want you to think about this mindset. In order to grow, in order to get the high ticket clients, you have to make an investment. If it's investing time, if it's investing your resources, if it's investing in getting a coach or a mentor, you are going to go ahead to find those resources in order to get the results that you need. And so it's the same principle when it comes to your clients, because guess what? If you are not able to do that investment, why would they want to make that investment with you? Right? So you have to think about that. And as a coach or as a business owner, or whatever area you are in right now, whatever uh, what type of business you are, whether you are a service based or a product based, these are just some things you want to add into your business, elements that you need to add into your business so that you can get the results that you need, right? You don't want at any point where you're not growing because you don't have these things in place. And I realize that a lot of businesses, they start, and I find it really scary when I hear people say just start. I don't want to tell you to just start. I want to tell you to start with a plan, right? A plan is what's going to help you. A plan is what's going to help you to move from point A to point B, getting some kind of structure in place so you know exactly where you're going. You don't want to start if you're going on a field trip and you don't know where you're going, right? So that makes no sense. So you want to make sure that you start off right. Get a coach if you need to, invest in courses, connect with the right people, look at your marketing strategy, look at how you want to show up online, look at where your clients are going to be, your leads are going to be, because that's going to be very important. And you don't want for it to be a case where you show up any and anyhow, right? So these are just some things you want to put in place in your business. Mistakes you definitely do not want to make will business be perfect? As I said, nothing at all will be perfect, but you want to lessen the learning curve that you'll have. You want to lessen the hit that you'll get when it comes to being successful, and don't use failure as a marker to say that you'll never get to where you are. What I normally look at, and this is something that I had to really work through on my mindset. I had to work through these things. I was coming from the 9 to 5 mentality. I had to move that over in order to be successful. And it's a continuous thing that I have to do every day. There are days that I wake up and I'm like, God, I don't want to do this today. Or there is just so much that I need to go over and I don't feel like it. But at the end of the day, I have to have that mentality. I have to have that mental capacity. And I have to have that community where I can say, hey, this is what I'm going through. This is how I'm feeling. And I have my girls, or I have a guy there who's going to say, hey, listen, this is what you need to do. No, 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 no. You're not going to do this. You're going to go ahead and push forward because you need to show up for your business. Nobody else is going to show up the way that you show up. So you have to make sure that you make that extra step for your business. All right. So these are just some few things that I wanted to leave with you for your business, whether you are a service based business, a product based business, you are a solopreneur, you're a mompreneur like myself, or you are a SaaS based business or a B2B business, whatever it is that you find yourself in, you need to make sure that you have systems and strategies in place in order to be successful, because that's what's going to help you to grow in your business. That's what's going to help you to find the clients, or rather to attract the right clients, to make sure that you are growing, right? So please, 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 please look at these few steps that is there so that you can grow your business to the next level. I hope these were useful for you. uh, of course, I will definitely be hopping on from time to time just to give my little tips and tricks. I want to see you grow as I grow. And of course, I'm all about rooting for you. I'm all about community. So whenever I learn something, I'm definitely going to let you know about that. So that's it from me. It is Friday. Of course, I have a few more things that I need to do, a few more meetings that I need to go through before I start to celebrate Friday. I don't know what you're about to do, but I want you to go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next week. Go ahead and plan your content. Go ahead and, as I said, make sure that you get. Of course, I need to make this disclaimer. I'm not an attorney. I'm not an accountant, but it's important that you get these things in place. Get a CPA if that's what you need. I've worked with different type of people, different type of companies, so there are a few things that I know, but it's important to make sure that you get the right people in your corner to help to grow your business as you grow. All right, so that is it from me. This is your social media strategist tapping out. I will see you on the next video. All right, you take care. Have a good one.